Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. My name is Melody. This is Danny, the foster dog, and today we're doing the 10-minute Yoga with Dogs challenge. So it's 10 minutes of simple, easy yoga poses for you, and your dog can just chill out. They can join in, they can do whatever they like. Now we'll get straight into it. Come on down into seated, everyone. You can come into cross-legged. You might have a dog in your lap. You might have a dog over your shoulder like I do. You might extend one leg out if sitting cross-legged is quite hard for you to get a straight spine. Find whatever feels good and root down through your tailbone and grow tall to the crown of your head. Start to close down your eyes. You might have one hand on your dog, one hand on your other knee, and just start to focus on the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good girl. Start to welcome yourself into the here and now. We've put our phones down, we've given ourselves 10 minutes to be present with our dogs. So just allow thoughts of the future and past to melt away and just bring yourself really into your body. Feel what's going on. Notice the differences side to side. The inhalation, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones really fill up. And exhale, soften and release. You might be patting your dog, noticing the warmth of their fur. Just bring yourself here and now. No kisses. When we're ready, we'll take one big arm circle up overhead, all together, fingertips touch. That's my armpit. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale, big arm circle up overhead. That's my ear. And back to heart center. Hello, Baba. One more. Inhale, up overhead. And back to heart center. Inhale, find length in the spine here. We'll take our arms up overhead once more. Fingertips touch. We'll take our right hand down beside us and reach our left fingertips over towards the right. So you might have to pat your dog in the process, which is completely fine. Ground down through your left hip and look upwards towards the sky. You'll feel a really nice hip opener here in the left hip. Okay. Just breathe. When you're ready, come on up, back to center. Hands high. And we're going to place our left hand down, good girl, and lean towards the other side, opening up. Gentle, opening up to the other side. So ground down through our right hip. Gently release here. And just breathe. You might be on the fingertips here. You might have the arm down. Find whatever feels good. And when we're ready, we'll come back up to center. Reach our hands up overhead. We're going to take them in front of us. I'm going to come over into our tabletop position. So I'm going to go this way. Your hands can go in front of you and pretty much come onto all fours. Spread your fingers and really grip into the mat. So we're sending weight into all 5 fingertips, not just our wrist. We're squeezing our biceps together so our shoulder blades go up down the back and our core is on, so our navel is drawing towards our spine. We're really active here. We're going to press into the tops of the feet and just hover here for a moment to really find that activity in the body. Core strength also. Plant down the knees and come into your cat-cow. So drop the belly, send the gaze forward, and just a nice curve in the spine. Gentle release, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, push into the hands, chin to chest, navel to spine, curve away. Cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale. And exhale. Flow at your own time, your own pace. You may be getting kisses, you may stop to pat your dog. Just do what feels good for you. There is no pressure to do all the poses. Just let me know how you go, what your dog did, what your dog liked. Did they just chill out on their mat? Or did they join in? When we're ready, we're all going to come back to stillness. Find that straight spine. So activity in the arms. Press into the tops of the toes just to find that activity in the core. We're going to place weight into our left hand and gently lift our right hand up high. Open up the chest. Oh, that feels really nice. And the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to thread our right hand underneath, shoulder down, ear down, and twist here. So this is called our thread the needle. Our spine is long from our tailbone to the crown of the head. Our shoulder blades are down the back, so they're not up near our ears. And we're letting our left hand help guide us around. So we're just gently getting into the thoracic spine, getting into our shoulder blades. Oh, so nice. When we're ready, we're going to place weight into this left hand, activate our body, rise on up, reach our right hand up once more, and place our right hand down on the ground. Take a little cat-cow, take a little bit of movement, open up the body. Come back to stillness, find that length, core is on, biceps are in, shoulder blades are down the back, you got this. Press into the right hand, lift the left hand up, open up the chest here. So nice. And then thread on the other side. So you know what you're doing now. That shoulder and ear is on the ground. The shoulder blades melt down the back. Now right hand is helping us revolve. Beautiful. If you want to go a little bit further, you can send that right hand into the sky or even take a bind. Just go with what works, whatever is good for your body. Place that hand back down wherever we have it. Rise on up. Lift that hand high and then place it down to the ground. Awesome. We're going to walk our hands forward just a little bit so they're in front of our shoulders, just a tad. And we're really focusing on pressing the weight into all 5 fingertips. We're not just dumping the weight into our wrists. Our biceps squeeze in towards one another and our shoulder blades are down the back. So we're not like bending our elbows like this. Squeeze, the spine is long, the neck is long. We're going to tuck our back toes under and really activate here. So push into our hands and our toes. And just start to feel like we did before. Feel the hips and knees lift off the ground. When you feel like you're comfortable, you've got that, you can stay here and practice that a little bit more. Or if you're comfortable, push into the hands, push into the toes, and start to send the tailbone towards the sky, the crown of the head towards the earth. So our spine is long here. Our knees can stay bent. It's not a competition about straight or bent legs. It's about a nice straight spine. So we're still squeezing those biceps in towards one another into our ears, and our shoulder blades melt down the back. Our gaze goes towards our back toes and breathe. Now you might start to pedal the feet here, so drop one heel and then the other, stretching out, wriggle in the hips. How good does that feel? And when you're ready, come back to stillness. Bend the knees super generously, look towards our hands, and we're going to take lots of little steps, or you can take one big step, but we'll take lots of little steps to start with. Up into our forward fold, so we're walking our feet towards our hands. Bend our knees super generously here, place our hands on our hips and even pull our hip creases back. Belly on our thighs and crown of the head goes towards the earth. Really breathe and release here, guys, so nice. Our hands might be touching the floor, you might be like, no way, Melody. I can go onto the shins. We can even grab our elbows. So just really relax the head, the neck, the shoulders here, our Uttanasana, our forward fold. Press into all 4 corners of the feet. Activate the legs, and that'll allow you to let the upper carriage just relax a little bit more. You might shake the head yes or no. Really let all the tension go. Let the weight melt off your shoulders. When we're ready, we're going to push into our big toe, all 4 corners of the feet, and roll on up vertebra by vertebra. So bend our knees generously, tailbone down, roll on up vertebra by vertebra. Oh, so nice. Big arm circle, up overhead, fingertips touch, and back to heart center. There's our thumb on our sternum, and we're going to try and get really tall here. So what I don't want to see is this nice curve in our spine. We want to tuck our tailbone under. Activate all 4 corners of our feet. Activate our kneecaps, squeeze them, and you can feel your thighs and hamstrings activate when you do that. Tuck the tailbone under and feel the lower belly get heavy. As you do that, you'll feel yourself start to lift up. So what we'll often do, send the chest back and curve our upper back. But we want to draw our ribs in, shoulder blades down the back. Nice long spine. So inhale, try and grow in a straight line from the tailbone to the crown of the head, taller. And soften. Inhale. And exhale. So good. Inhale. And exhale. Amazing, guys. We're going to take one big arm circle all together. Up, overhead, fingertips touch. Back to heart center. The dogs can't get us this time. Woo! Inhale, up, overhead. Unless you have a Great Dane, which they definitely can. Fingertips touch. And back to heart center. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful big inhale. 1 more. Take your time. Really savor the sensation. How nice is that? Fingertips touch. Back to heart center. Place our thumb on our sternum, and I just want us to practice our balance here. So just rock weight into your toes. Notice if you're putting all weight into one side or the other, if you're really sticking a hip out. And then rock back into your heels. Rock onto your left foot. Then rock onto your right foot. Come back to center, feet hip distance apart, and find that same length. And find that real center of balance. So weight is even between all 4 corners of our feet. We're not jutting hips or shoulders forward or back to counterbalance. We're really nicely aligned. And it takes a bit of effort, takes a bit of energy. So find that and just observe and breathe. Now we're going to start our first Surya Namaskar or our Vinyasa flow. So you guys got this, but I'll take it nice and slow. So inhale, we're going to take one of those big arm circles up overhead again, fingertips touch. And exhale, we're going to fold forward back into our Uttanasana, our forward fold. So our knees are super bent, crown of the head towards the earth. Relax here for a moment. You might shake the head, yes or no, push into all 4 corners of the feet. Then our hands are going to come to our shins. Inhale, come on up to halfway lift. So we're going to put our hands to the tops of the knees, push away, so good, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Nice. We're going to bend our knees super generously, plant our hands here. We're going to step 1 foot back and then the other into a plank. Or we'll come down to our knees for a half plank to start with. So our shoulders and our wrists are aligned just like they were in tabletop. So same feeling. Grip the mat with the fingers, really active, biceps in towards one another, shoulder blades down the back. And then we're going to lower down chest first onto the ground. Ooh, so nice. Turn the toes out, point them towards the back of the room, press the hands into the ground, the hips into ground, and send your gaze forward and upwards into our cobra. So nice, spine is long here. And exhale, lower. Hello puppy, how are you? Now we're going to push into our hands, send our hips towards our heels, and our forehead comes towards the earth. We're coming into our child's pose here. So you might not be able to get all the way here. Your hips might not be that mobile. Don't worry, that is not a fault. That is awesome because you are taking the time to step on the mat. Grab a pillow, grab a cushion, stick it in between your legs. You might even have a block here and just find where it feels good for your hips and lower back. Breathing and releasing, so nice. We're going to rise up into that tabletop position. So when we rise up naturally, we'll find that our hands are a little bit in front of our shoulders, which is where we were before we came into our downward facing dog, which is where we're going again. Surprise, surprise. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands, into the toes, and send our hips up and away. Our chest goes towards our thighs, our shoulder blades are down the back. Squeeze the biceps and our knees can be bent. We might start to straighten them now. We might feel a little bit more stretched out. We might be still, or we might walk the dog a little bit more. And when we're ready, we're all going to come into stillness. Straighten the spine so we're really active in the upper body, in our core, in our shoulders. We're not just dumping weight into our joints. Grow a little taller. And then we're going to bend our knees, look towards our hands, and you might step in one step this time. You might take lots of little steps up into our forward fold. Inhale, come on up into our halfway lift, hands to the tops of the knees, push away, nice straight spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And fold forward. Bend our knees super generously here. We're pushing weight into these feet, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Or back to heart center. Place our thumb on our sternum. Find that same length. So tuck our tailbone under. We're not sticking our glute up. We're tucking under. We're finding length. Our shoulder blades are down the back, but our ribs aren't curling out. So tuck in. Find length. Back of the neck is long. And breathe. Push down through all four corners of the feet. Activate the kneecaps. Grow a little taller. So good. And then we're going to take one big arm circle up overhead. Fingertips touch. And fold forward once more. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders down. The knees might be straight. You might have a super big bend in them. Wherever we are, nice straight spine. Inhale, come up halfway lift. So you can come to the tops of the fingers if you feel like you can get a straight spine here. Or you might have them to the tops of the knees. Find where feels good. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees generously. Plant the hands. We're just going to come back into our tabletop position once more. So knees and hips, wrists and ankles aligned, spine is nice and long, and take your cat-cow once more. Open up the belly, and exhale, push away. Inhale, open up the belly, and exhale. We'll actually do one more because it feels really nice. One more. And come back to neutral. We're going to cross our ankles behind us, like an X, and roll on over onto our buttocks. Or just come into seated, however feels good for you. You can do whatever you like. So we're coming into seated. I'll twist this way so you can see me. And you can have your legs crossed. You can have one extended again. Find what feels good. Our hands go in front of us. Actually, they can come beside us. We'll find length here. That's nice straight spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Breathe, find it, and then we're going to walk our hands forward. So our forehead just goes to wherever. So we don't have to get it close to the ground. We can just be on our fingertips here, folding forward very gently. You'll feel this in your hip of your front foot. So just go to where feels good. Inhale, find length in the spine. So I want us to elongate the spine still. We're creating space in between each vertebra, which feels awesome. And exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale. Come on up into seated in your own time. I'm going to swap feet. So front foot, back foot, front. Super nice. Find length of hands in front or beside us. Find that same length in the spine. Create space in the vertebra. And then we're just going to let ourselves fold forward. And you will notice a different side to side. So just go to where feels good. You don't have to go as deep on this side, or you might be able to go a lot deeper. Just honor your body and go where feels natural and good for you. And you're ready, come on up, nice and slow. Feels so good. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So come on down for the favorite part of class, Savasana. Roll on down vertebra by vertebra. Send the legs long, the palms facing up. Take a big inhale, so feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just melt any tension away. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just really allow yourself to release. Keep your focus on your breath. This is a great time for shopping lists and thoughts of the future and past to come in. That argument we had 2 years ago with that ex. But that's why our breath is amazing. It's our anchor. It's our cornerstone to the present moment, to our body. So if you feel like your mind is worrying, we all worry, it's COVID, God, wondering, that is fine. But just bring your awareness back to your breath. Observe what's going on and come back into the present. Feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones expand. And soften. Inhale, feel the belly, ribs, the collarbones. Notice how amazing that feels for the body. And soften. Inhale. And exhale. Few more breaths, just allowing yourself to sink, melt into the earth below. Let any last tension release. When we're ready, we're going to send our arms up overhead, wriggle our fingers, wriggle our toes, roll our wrists and ankles, bring a little bit of movement back into the body. Roll over onto a side that suits you, using your arm as a pillow. So nice. Bring your awareness back into the room, back to what's going on around you. You might be getting attacked by poppy kisses. Just observe. And come on up into a seated position. Or come into cross-legged or any comfy position that suits you. Cross-legged might not suit your body, and that is perfect and fine. There is no rights or wrongs. So come into whatever feels good for you. And we're going to take one big inhale. Arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Thumb on our sternum. Find that same length and see if you feel a little bit taller after class. Take this moment to thank your body for allowing you to do this class today. And thanks, guys, for jumping on the mat with me. Sending you lots of love and gratitude. Namaste. Thanks, guys, so much for jumping on the mat with me and the dogs today. They've wandered off, but let me know how you went and enjoyed the class. Did your dogs come and give you kisses the whole time? Did they go and have a nap, which looks like both of mine are doing right now? Let me know in the comments below, and I really hope you enjoyed your 10-minute yoga challenge.